But that's not 26. Yeah.
She wants to join the one club.
Wow.
It will be very interesting.
There. Well.
Sorry.
Maybe Debbie Dingle,
Debbie Dingle.
maybe Debbie Dingle will do it.
No, I'm saying,
She might have a chance.
Curtin.
You got the name like that.
No, yeah, no, I'm saying, but you're gonna be at the convention, right?
But that's why I'm there. I know that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'm on the slate.
You the fourth vice president, right?
Fourth, the vice chair, yeah.
Vice chair, yeah. Fourth, right?
Yeah, fourth. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that.
You the first, man.
No,
Go ahead.
because, no, that's the chair.
Oh, okay, all right. You shouldn't be fourth. I'll say you should be first, man.
No, we have to rotate it so that you rotate male, female, male, female. So
Okay,
you're right. So,
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Committee on Public Services. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Kenlock,
present.
Commissioner Clementi,
Present.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Here,
Commissioner Palomera, Chair Mareki,
Here.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
I have none. Oh, except we're glad to have Commissioner Wilson here with us today. Next item.
C, approval of the January 14th, 2025 meeting minutes.
so moved.
We have an approval and support. Any questions, changes, comments? All those in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Any noes and any abstentions? Okay. Motion passes. Next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Next item.
Moving to item 1 under new business, requesting commission approval of Amendment 4 to a 2-year professional services contract with a 1-year option to renew with 10 Mile Creek Excavating for pavement removal on various county job sites.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Commissioners. Steve Shea, Regional Director of Road Maintenance. Good morning, sir.
Okay, just tell us about this good news, Steve.
So, yes, Commissioner Mareki, so this is our milling contract that we do 2-inch mill and fill on all our projects when we get ready to pave and when we get ready to, get started. So this is just basically the mill and fill. And then, as you knew, it's very, very much needed.
So this is for, it looks like this is for the 150 lanes this year
Correct.
and also 25 lanes for next year. I mean, that's included in the cost.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, good. That's great news. Any questions on this? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of an addendum to a cooperative agreement with Water's Edge Dock and Boat Hoist for the installation of an Easy Dock floating dock system and a buoy system at the Newburgh Point in Hines Park in the city of Livonia.
Anybody here on this? Oh, I didn't see you, Elizabeth. Morning.
Elizabeth Isler, Chief of Planning, Wayne County Parks. Good morning.
Morning. Okay, so will this be done before summer then?
Yes.
Okay, good. I know
Yeah.
people will be very excited about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so we replaced Sumac Point's dock, and this is Newburgh's, and we're also, as part of another project, Wilcox docks will
Oh,
also
okay.
be all new. They've been, greatly in need of replacement, and in addition to fishing, they'll also have kayak launches as well.
That's for all three of them?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
So will Wilcox, do you think will be
Also
for the summer?
spring, summer, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Well, that's exciting. Any questions on this? Okay, thank you.
Sure.
All right, next item.
Item 3, forwarding notification of an emergency procurement report for an addendum to a purchase order with Allied Building Service Company of Detroit to provide engineer repair drawings for the sanitary line at Nankin Mills Comfort Station in the city of Westland.
Okay, tell us just,
Yeah, this happened this summer that the sanitary line failed, and it's one of our very active comfort stations attached to one of our bigger shelters that's rented all the time. So we were allowed to do an emergency repair, and this is just following through with that to wrap that up.
okay, and just for the record, this was submitted later than it should have been.
Okay.
And, oh, here comes Michelle
To save me.
to save you on that one,
Thanks.
Elizabeth. So just, I mean, just for the record, tell us why that happened.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Michelle Yancey, DPS admin. It was due to I don't want to use the word, but the cyber attack that we had.
Yeah.
Nobody was able to get to their files or use our procure to pay system for a moment of time. So it put a kind of a delay on submitting this information to you. We didn't have access to scan anything or use our copiers, to get the documents back to us. So it was just a small delay in timing of when this was submitted into procure to pay and then reviewed. And then once you received it in your queue.
Okay, are there going to be several of these that come?
It should not be.
that?
This one, just because of the ordinance, because it is an emergency procurement, that is the time frame that we submit this information to your body for receive and file. So other items, we should not have an issue with timing on those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions on this? So this will be a receive and file when we go to the end here to vote.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 4, requesting commission approval of a contract with the Michigan Department of Transportation for the completion of railroad grade separation on Allen Road in the city of Woodhaven.
There's someone here just for an update on this. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hit the button?
Good morning, Madam Chair. Alan Coe, I'm the Assistant Division Director of Engineering. Okay, they have provided 12 million from the earmark fund to be allocated to this project, the Island Grade Separation Project. So,
Okay, and so Woodhaven is going to put in 10 million,
that's correct.
and then anything over the 12 million, Wayne County's going to take care of?
We're still looking for additional fund. Based on what I heard, we have the fund available, fund for the project, but until I see the actual money in our account, I won't say we have 100% fund available.
Okay, because it looks like the project's going to be about 52 million.
It's going to be a little bit more than 52 million.
Okay, so where is it at this point then?
Based on the information, we have about $44 million available, including this 12 million. So, but I heard that we have available fund coming, so.
Okay, so when is it gonna when is this all starting and?
The construction?
Yeah,
We have, before we can even do the actual construction of the bridge, we have to relocate some of the utilities within the railroad right of way. We have 3 companies. We have the Buckeye, Plain, and Kinder Morgan. So our corporate council is now meeting with them to have this final agreement. So until we resolve that issue, we won't be able to do the actual construction. But based on what I heard, it's going very well.
okay, so far. Any questions on this? Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Is the grade separation going to go over the railroad tracks there or underneath the tracks there on Allen Road? I'm very familiar with that intersection. It's probably one of the busiest for railroad train stoppings anywhere in the county.
It's going under.
So the trains are going to go over, so there's going to be like an excavation and going to go under the,
Yes.
okay.
So the traffic is going to go under, regular cars and trucks are going to be going under.
So that's going to, my guess is that's going to be blocked off for a couple years, because that seems like a big project.
Yes, that's possible, but we already have the detour plans and see where the traffic is going to go. So
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, is it predicted to be done like in 29?
We're hoping that those utility companies will be resolved this in few months, hopefully by next month, and then we can proceed on the schedule. But until we have that, we won't be able to say, yes, it's going to happen. So we're hoping, and based on what I heard from Jim, it's going, so Jim Jerrigan, our corporate counsel, their transaction is doing very good, so.
And while you're here, I hate doing this, but now that I have you right here, I just have to ask, is there any update on what's going on with the 8 Mile Bridge as far as the railroad and as far as the utilities?
If you don't mind, can I just give that information to you, send you an email?
Yes,
I
that'd
don't
be,
have that information.
okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
So 8 Mile and,
8 Mile and Haggerty,
okay.
that area. It's Northville Novi.
Is that the one that we did the resurfacing?
Doctor, I can answer that if you can hear me.
Yeah. Who's that?
Sammy.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. This is Sammy Caldi, Director of Engineering, Highway Engineer. The bridge on 8 Mile, as we probably mentioned that before, we are, as far as design, the design is completed, we're ready to go. Unfortunately, our experience with utilities, has been not the greatest. So we encountered AT&T. They have a duct going through the bridge. Now, in order to relocate that, they had to deal with the railroad on the subject. But what's happened, when they start relocating their fiber optic, they ran into one location. It's through next to a city street where they had a culvert just south of 8 Mile, and they had to stop. That was sometime in last October of 2024, and they had to stop and go deal with a property owner to ask for an easement. So as far as I know, they got the easement and they're ready to go back to work. What we have been communicating with them this week is they're supposed to be out of our way by June or July. So we are trying to get everything ready to send to MDOT for letting. So we're shooting for end of this year to start construction on this bridge.
The end of 2025?
Yes.
To start construction.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that update.
You're welcome. And
Yeah.
as far as Allen Road Great Separation, yeah, this is an underpass. We're hoping the same thing. We're pushing very, very hard. All these pipeline companies who their lines running with the railroad right of way, not Wayne County right of way. That's what made it a little bit complicated. But our Corp Council is doing a great job trying to get all these agreements moving forward. As soon as we know where everybody is going, that'll make a lot of things easier because we want to get this job going. It will take about 2 years to get this job completed.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right. Thank
Thank you.
Any questions before Alan leaves? Okay. Thanks. All right. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of a 3-year professional services contract with 2 one-year options to renew with United Landscape for landscaping and ground maintenance services at the Medical Examiner's Office, Jail Division 3, Lincoln Hall of Justice, HQ Building, and the Health Administration Building.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning to the chair, co-chair, and commission body. My name is Daryl Jones, Facility Management and Planning Director of Facilities.
Hey, just let us know about this
Yes,
contract, 3-year contract.
yes, a 3-year contract. This was sent out for an RFP for landscaping for several different locations. And it was sent out and this company was awarded the bid. And that's what we want to do is continue with the work with them in the process of that.
Okay. And you have a little bit of a buffer there with the monies,
Yes,
just in case.
that is correct.
Okay.
Usually it's a contingency plan that we put aside in order
Have
to.
they always done work around the medical examiners?
Well, this is a new company that was from the RFP, but yes, that was the previous
Not that,
company.
I mean, previously.
Yeah, the
was there
previous,
work?
the previous vendor did.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any questions on this? Okay, thank you.
I think I may have to stay for number 6 as well.
All right. Madam Clerk?
Item 6, requesting commission approval of a comparable source contract with the 1-year option to renew with Complete Quality Installation Services, Inc., DBA Oneida Solutions Group, to assist the county with moving into the criminal justice complex, disposing of remaining hazardous and non-hazardous waste, and finalizing the decommissioning of county buildings.
Morning.
Good morning, Gregory Hurst, Director of Facilities Management and Planning. Figured I'd come up and help Daryl out with this one.
Okay.
So this is not a new contract, or not a new vendor, I should say, just a different way to access this contract. So previously, there was a cooperative agreement with Oneida, as this body knows, and Commissioner Wilson, welcome. This vendor was charged with moving out and all the move management pieces for the buildings that are now in the CJC. And so we still need a little bit of more work to be completed. So just so everyone knows, everything has been moved, of course, from the what we call the rock buildings. No issue there, but we do have some residual cleanup that we'd like to complete. Some of these things are Division 3 currently, and we want to be able to dispose of. And so the cooperative agreement did not carry over. And so what we're requesting now is a direct contract as a comparable source with Oneida so they can continue their work and finish this project.
Okay, we're not getting penalized for any of this, right?
Not at all. And that's why I brought that up.
Okay.
We have completely turned over all of those rock buildings to rock. We did that within the allocated time. So there are no cost or anything that'll be associated for that part of the move. This is just ensuring that anything that was moved that may have been preliminarily stored at multiple locations can be disposed of, and job can be complete. And hopefully this is the last time we bring this in front of you.
Commissioner Kinloch.
Yes, I see that they began demolishing the footprint. And particularly, it's interesting, they started with the juvenile detention center. That's the first building that it seems like. Yep. Interesting, but thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Crodius building, right? Yeah. Okay, any other questions on this? Okay, thank you. And this is the next one too? You guys have the next one? Okay, Madam Clerk, could you read the next?
Moving to the addenda, item 7, forwarding notification of an emergency procurement report for a contract with Northern Electrical Testing for the replacement of main transformer and metering cabinet at the HQ building.
Okay, tell us about this and tell us why it was really late.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was actually approved as an emergency,
Yep,
and
Yep.
that process had begun. And unfortunately, DTE Energy came up with new codes and violations that we would have, if we would install that new transformer, that we would have been in violation of. So we had to get a transfer switch, which cost additional $12,000. And the argument was basically is that, hey, we wanted to make sure that we're in compliance, and that if we would install that previous equipment, then we would have been out of compliance and we'd had to do an upgrade. So we thought that we'd bring it back to commission and get the approval for that part.
okay, and while you were debating all this is why it was given the emergency procurement was given to us so late?
That is, well, basically based on additional work between DTE and them giving us the codes and the violation stuff that we needed in order to address. So that's why it was given to us.
So do they just do this? I mean, they just make up these new codes and then?
Well, it was a big argument, and the process was, Commissioner Maricki, was to base on saying, if that's an additional cost that the county should be, we pay a lot of energy costs to the DTE, and we figured that you should be able to install that, and then basically we could discuss and give us a rebate based on that, since we had already purchased all the initial equipment for that. That was an argument that they're willing to take on later, and they would not address at that point and said that you'll be in violation, and we had to reverse and make our different moves in order to reset this process.
So will that be a further discussion down the road at
That
this
is a
point?
further discussion
Okay.
about getting some kind of a rebate from that, but at this point, there was no technicality that we could force them to actually to do that at that point.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Any
unfortunately.
questions on this? All right. Oh, now that was the addenda, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry about
That's
that. I put it all on one page.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you very much. And staff, I really appreciate you guys putting these in clumps so people don't have to keep going back and forth. So that helps a lot. Okay, well, we did the addenda and I didn't even note that. All right. Next item.
That's the last item, and we have a motion by
Oh, yeah.
Commissioner Palomero and a support by Commissioner Baydun, and that's to approve items 1 through 2 and 4 through 6, and receive and file items 3 and 7.
Okay. Any more questions before we vote? Okay, Madam Clerk, we can vote on our tablets, looks like. Can everyone vote on their tablet?
Motion
There you
carried.
go. Okay, thank you. Next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Heard of none. Next item.
G, public comments.
Okay, anyone here in this room that would like to address the Committee on Public Services? Please come forward. You have 2 minutes. Okay, seeing no one. Madam Clerk, do you have anybody on Zoom?
There's no one on Zoom and no emails were received.
Okay. And could you just unmute people? Anybody on the phone or on Zoom that would like to address us, please go ahead. Okay, hearing and seeing no one. Next item.
Adjournment.
All right, we have approval to adjourn. Support, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we are now adjourned. Thank you, everyone.